I like your attitude, man. You know, you are my dude. I fully agree with you. In my brain and body, it feels like 20, to be honest with
Hmm.
you. And you're absolutely right. The only thing with rallying, if it was on a rallycross track, it would be easy. Rallying to listen to the co-driver again and trust him properly to with the pace notes and go flat out, it's always a little bit different.
Freak Nation, it's good to get Petter Solberg back in the Freak Nation. Last time we had him in the Lucas Oil Studios, it was him and his son Oliver. But this time, the dude who we thought had hung up
So
the
so beautiful is difficult, but anyway.
yeah, true. We thought he was going to retire, but then we see that he's taking his mom on rallies and that people are wanting him to go do this and do that. And then we see the press release about the European rally, and now he's back in a car. And if Carlos Sainz didn't do so well the Dakar rally, would you be back in the European rally?
Not at all.
What?
But Carlos Sainz, it was a little bit inspiration, to be honest with you. I got, when he's over 60, and of course I follow Oliver now all the time, and Pernilla is the president in the drivers commission in FIA. So I feel like I'm alone now. So I really need, okay, now it's my turn to be a little bit more egoistic again, like early days. And I'm 50 this year, so why not?
Because I was curious. Again, the last time we talked to you, it sounded like you were hanging up your rally shoes, but lo and behold, I guess that and the fact that this rally is there in Scandinavia, it's close to home. So why not get back in a race car and see what you can do as a 50-year-old, right?
Honestly, I'm nervous like hell, and butterflies. And I did my last rally for 5 years ago, and I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. It's going to be a massive competition, and of course, it's not out yet, but Oliver is also going to do it. So for sure, it will be it will be hard competition, but I will do my best. I'm very excited, to be honest with you.
Multi-time champion, world rally champion, Petter Solberg joining Speed Freaks. And you mentioned Carlos Sainz. I got to go back to this and how he is still racing at the highest levels. And that's inspiration for you. Is it inspiration for you from afar? Or you guys were teammates at one point. Do you continue to talk to him and talk about keeping your careers alive and extremely healthy?
Well, I talked to him after his victory in Dakar, and he was actually very impressive. Um, but of course, when we were teammates, I was very young and he was up and coming, already. And yeah, for sure, I if he can still do it, why can't I? And maybe Dakar is the future for me, basically. But to go into the World Championship, for example, in rallying, you need. You need drive a lot, I mean, all the time. So it's maybe more the endurance part in the car that maybe looking more interesting for me, to be honest with you.
Well, that leads me directly into how do you keep yourself fit and ready to go? Because you're right. You can't necessarily drive all these streets all the time. And your memory bank has some of these streets with snowbanks on them. That's not going to happen in June. So, how do you keep yourself mentally and physically prepared for these grueling races?
First of all, my computer brain is it's already full, to be honest with you. And keeping fit, I look my body is beautiful. My wife say I look beautiful, my mother say I'm looking beautiful. So, but obviously
Yes.
it doesn't help. So I need to train quite much more now and get ready. And Yeah, of course I need to. Before early days, I had 6.3 in fat percent. I was looking really fit. I'm not the same now, but I will do better before the race.
Do you train with your son? Do you train with Oliver?
I don't have a chance against him anymore. He's running, far too fast, too fast.
Oh, wow. So he's doing like marathon type runs, and you're just in the weight room going, okay, I'll pick up what I can.
No, no, I don't lift any weights. I'm focusing on running and endurance, to be honest with you. But always running fast and long at the same time. So, but I must say, keeping a gentle training fitness it's good for me.
Peter Solberg, world rally champion, rally cross champion. You mentioned your wife and your mom talked about how good you were. You didn't mention Oliver. Is Oliver telling you, Dad, can't do it that way? What are you doing out here anyway?
No, he say, "Oh, Daddy, you have to train. You are fat." He's more honest. He's more direct like me. And I, but I trust him more because it's so direct.
Wait,
Oh,
so that a popular line here in American sitcoms is the dad says, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. You can't talk to me that way. Is that you? Do you and Oliver have those kinds of conversations?
hey, I like people who is honest, and I know he's honest. So that's much better. Your mother will always say that everything is perfect and good. So, and it's also nice to hear that way. But it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. We are getting ready and fit for the rally. That's the main thing, and we will test for 2 days next weekend, and we will have a lot of things. A lot of people coming. Monster have a lot of people on the test from Europe, Castrol, and some other partners. So it will be a lot of activity, and we also get the Monster girls on the race, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
So the natural question is you taught him everything he knows, but are there some things that maybe you kept back so that the old man can walk down the hill and win it all?
Yeah, he did this rally last year in the car I'm going to drive, and he won the race. And I took the car to dyno because now when I'm going to drive, I will do it, the car 110%. So I have maybe 17 horsepower more than him last year. And so it is like it is. It's my car, chassis number one Polo. It's been in the museum, and when I'm driving, it's always a step up on the details.
Freak Nation, Peter Solberg, 2003 World Rally Champion, of course, Rallycross Champion, joining us here in the Freak Nation, getting set for European Rallycross right there in his backyard there in Scandinavia. You talk about your age, and age was a thing 20, 30 years ago. I'm older than you. I don't feel my age. I certainly don't act my age. You don't act your age. What's wrong with a
Not at all.
50-year-old? What's wrong with a 50-year-old getting in there and kicking some ass?
I like your attitude, man. You are my dude. I fully agree with you. In my brain and body, it feels like 20, to be honest with
Mm-hmm.
you. And you're absolutely right. The only thing with rallying, if it was on a rallycross track, it would be easy. Rallying to listen to the co-driver again and trust him properly with the pace notes and go flat out, it's always a little bit different. So hill climb will also be okay, but in rallying and listen to the co-driver and be flat out to trust him, this is the key. The driving is also okay, but to trust the co-driver again, it's going to be difficult.
No, I'm stopping you there because last year your mom was supposed to read pace notes and apparently she didn't. If I read that correctly, you just talked about your computer mind. You've got it all right here. It doesn't matter what the pace notes are.
Well, yeah, you are right. My mother didn't say anything. We jumped 60 meter, and I told her, oh, mother, how did you feel when he landed? Did we jump? So for sure, yeah, it's for sure different. But to be on the limit and the level, you really need to be everything correct. It's maybe 2-3 drivers in the whole world who's not there on the race. So of the good ones. So and I think it will be 30 cars in the class. So it will be tough, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But aiming for podium and champagne is always the thing anyway. I love
yeah.
champagne, so it will be fantastic.
I love champagne.
You remind me of something. That's true. Getting back in the car can be riding a bike, but trusting that other person to your right, left, wherever the hell we are in the world, to give you the proper notes and where to turn, what's coming up. Is that something that takes time to get back into the swing of things, to really feel comfortable with your co-pilot?
For sure. I have a very good co-driver with me. So he's in the World Championship, and it's professional, very good. So it basically is nothing with him to do. It's just for me to break that code again. Hopefully that will happen on the test, that we can get into this mood. So we will see. But again, the co-driver, I have it's very good. So I just hope I can get into the rhythm very quickly.
I'd read in the notes that you possibly could be driving the first R5 from Volkswagen. That's an historic car. Are you going to be driving it hard like you normally would? And that you don't want that car wrapped around a tree, do you?
No, not at all. But I will not treat it with care. I will for sure go flat out. And apart and building cars again is no problem. I have a workshop here, and and the rallycross car I have down here, the World Championship winning car, was built in this workshop. So we fix everything. It doesn't matter. But it's not the plan at all to to destroy it. It's more about abuse it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Hey, Petter, I know you did this before we went live, but can you give us a quick tour of your shop and your trophies one more time so we can show the Freak Nation?
Yeah, it's. I don't have the museum here now, but we have. My office. As you see.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's my rallycross winning car, World Championship twice.
Oh man.
Yeah. And here you have a lot of stories. We have some pictures with Martini over there with Colin McRae, the Subaru World Championship, and the winning team in rallycross. And there you see me, Loeb, Tommy Mecken on the podium.
Wow.
Then we have some trophy. We have a bar. Bar we have to have.
I mean, duh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's Oliver's cross cart from his first Norwegian Swedish championship.
Oh wow.
That's
my
the trophies me and my wife won in historic race in Swedish Rally 2019, I think. Yeah. Now, of
Look
course,
at
a
that
lot
podium.
of Jim Cana grid with Ken Block trophies from his Jim Cana grid.
Oh wow.
Holy smokes.
And here we have the World Championship. This is my first winning in full silver in the World Championship. And here are the other World Championship trophies in some silver, gold, bronze. I don't like, to be honest with you, but I have to keep it.
I have to keep.
And then, yeah, I will show you one more thing. Okay,
Yes.
here you have my helmet. I have every helmet and overall since my first race. It's going to be a little bit darker. But since I have you there, I will show you. But I have every overall since I did my first race when I was 18.
Oh my.
Does the first one
That's the
still
one
fit?
together with Carlos Sainz and
Oh, with Carlos
McRae, my
Sainz,
first
yeah.
factory drive before.
Wait a minute. Petter. Does the first one still fit? Can you still get in to that 18-year-old uniform?
Hey, you can always get into it, but if you get out of it, it's the problem.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is
I
way
think I will
cool.
struggle, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Look at those suits, man.
I don't want to answer it, it's stupid. But anyway,
Yeah.
here is the trophies me and Oliver when we won
Oh,
the
yeah.
Nations Cup in the Race of Champions.
That looks awesome. Holy smokes.
And the surfboards.
There they are. Hey, Petter, you brought up the name Ken Block.
Anyway, any other
okay.
questions?
Yeah, one last question. You brought up the name Ken Block and the loss of Ken Block, and really it took all of us by surprise. And looking at what his daughter's doing to work her way into Formula One, can you give a perspective outside of America what Ken Block meant to you and to rally and to motorsports in general?
Ken Block have been a lot in the workshop here when he was driving rallying up in Sweden here, and that was the first time Oliver met him. And Ken was also Oliver's first sponsor with DC shoes. It's actually on the cross cart over there.
Wow.
and Oliver was also in the Gymkhana 10, I think, with Ken driving on the ice with the Ford Focus. I think it was. But the thing is, I try to tell everyone, for marketing and PR and things, the Americans are the best. And Ken Block was, for our sport, he was like the best example for how to do things and do it properly on the marketing side. And for sure, we went, good friends over the years and fantastic family. So it was tough for all of us, when this happened. So, but you have given a big footprint for sure in America, but also here in Europe, a big footprint for what you have done. To be honest with you.
Well, Petter, it's always fantastic when you're rolling the Freak Nation, buddy. It's thank you for taking time out to join us here in the States, man. Good luck to you. Don't worry about your damn age. And go out there and kick some ass as a 50-year-old. All right.
You are my hero now. I like you. It's exactly how it's gonna be. So I just have to get into the mood and I will kick some ass. That's for sure.
Attaboy. All right, Petter. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you very much, everyone. Nice to talk to you again, all of you.
You take car maintenance seriously, and you want to pass on that legacy of care. Use Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer to shield your engine from excessive heat, debris, and friction. Trust Lucas Oil. It works.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two-Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two-Wheel Tuesday.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal.